What's good, y'all? What's good, Real Talk Squad? This is Miles, and you're listening to Real Talk with Miles Johnson, where you know we always keep it real. Let's get straight into it. All right, look. Let's just keep it a stack. I don't know what we're doing. I don't. Before I start, like, comment, subscribe. Just last night, I was with Philly Take with RB. We had a whole live stream reacting to the NBA draft, the Sixers pick, and I'll keep it a stack. I don't know what we're doing. There's two avenues the Sixers can go. Two avenues the Sixers can go. The Sixers will either use Jared Mccain as a trade asset to get a Lauri Markkanen, a Brandon Ingram, those guys, or they're thinking to themselves, Joel Embiid is 30 years old. Best case scenario, he has 2 to 3 years at an MVP level. Best case scenario. We got to think about life after Joel Embiid. Either scenario, I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at either one. Because you see a guy in Jared McCain, he does have superstar potential. For sure. If you can shoot the way that he can shoot, you're going to be in this league for a long time. All he has to do is be a better finisher around the rim. And, I mean, you're talking about a superstar, bro. You're talking about a superstar. And I know a lot of y'all are saying, oh, Miles, just because he's a Sixer, you trying to call him a superstar? No. Did you not see what this guy did at Duke? I mean, yeah, and we're going to talk about the little TikToks later, but Cuz was making TikToks and dropping 30 points multiple times on the biggest stage. He's tough, bro. He's tough. So he definitely has superstar potential. It's no doubt in my mind that he doesn't. Now, it depends on what the Sixers should do. Because, like, they're in a tough spot because the Sixers ultimately are where they are because of what happened in the past. What if they beat the Hawks in 2021? What if the Sixers beat the Celtics in 2022? What if the Sixers beat the Heat in 2023? What if the Sixers beat the Knicks in 2024? What if the Sixers beat the Raptors, the eventual NBA champions, in 2019? So all of these results coming in L's for Philly brings us to where we are right here, where Joel Embiid is 30 years old. We got Tyrese Maxey, and it's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to be competitive and be in the second round, first round for 3 straight years and be competitive? Or do you take the Bill Belichick route, trade Embiid early, and be like, let's just take a little jump start and try to retool and really build around Maxey and potentially McCain too? We got to think about that. I don't know what I want to do yet. But it is like, it's a lot of stuff to consider. Now, I know a lot of Sixers fans, they wanted, Dalton Connect. I get it. I mean, look, I was in favor for getting a wing. But you got to think, Daryl Morey's makeup is not to get the safe option. It's not. He literally rose to fame by a guy in James Harden that was pulling up from 30, a guy that was hitting step-back threes every single night. That's what his rose to fame came from. So you're not going to go away from what made you who you are. You're going to go back to that. And you're going to go to a guy in Jared McCain that is arguably the best shooter in this draft. So that's what it is. You might not like it. You might not like it. You might think that there's a bigger need at wing. But look, all of y'all talking about Dalton Connect, Ricky Council. What makes hold up, because I'm about to go off real quick. All of y'all that's talking about Dalton Connect, did you forget about Ricky Council? You forgot about Ricky Council? That in 9 minutes he averaged 5 points. Now look, that's not a lot, but on 48% shooting and 38% from three, I like those shooting splits. And I like Ricky Council to go ahead and have a bigger load next season. So it's not like it's Dog Connect. Oh my God, we missed out on him. We got nobody. We got Ricky Council, who really should have played more minutes, for real, over Tobias Harris. For real. So, look, bro, like, I think Dog Connect is going to be an NBA pro. Like, he'll be off the bat. He'll be ready to produce, for sure. But I definitely believe that Ricky Council next year, he'll be able to produce. And he'll be able to be a good role player for the Sixers. A good rotational guy. For sure. For sure. You got to think, if you play 9 minutes a game and you shoot close to 50% from the field and 38% from three, that is extremely good. That means you're not even getting that much tick to get a rhythm, and you still get active. You still get active. So back to Jared McCain, it's a lot of things to consider. On the court, though, let's just say that the Sixers, because what did Daryl Morey say? Daryl Morey said that he wants Jared McCain to be a Sixer for a very long time. That's what he envisions in his head. Here's the thing. How is this going to work with two small guards? Correct me if I'm wrong, but when have we seen two small guards win a championship? Now, I'm not debating they can be competitive. I'm not debating that they could be very, very entertaining. I'm not debating that both of them can shoot the lights out. But when have we seen two small guards, 6'3" and under, win a championship? The only way this works out is if both of them or one of those guys becomes a lockdown defender, in addition to being a great shooter. Because we see with Golden State, you had Steph, you had Clay, two phenomenal shooters, two of the top 5 best shooters of all time. But you had Klay Thompson, who could guard the best guard on the opposing team. And he was taller. So that's a little bit different. And shout out my man Keith Pape, a mentor to me, has helped me a lot. He asked Daryl Morey a great question. He asked him, how is this going to work? I'm paraphrasing here, y'all. But are you a little bit concerned with the size of McCain and Maxey playing together? And I think what he's basically saying is, do you think this is really going to work to bring a championship? Having two guys who's 6'3" and under as your 1 or 2. And what did Daryl Morey say? I mean, yeah, that's a concern. He not worried about that, bro. He worried about the star power. Bro. So, look, it's a weird situation. This got to marinate more. But I saw a report that the Sixers didn't really look at McCain that much. Didn't look at him that much pre-draft. Like, he didn't have that many workouts with them. Here's my thing, right? I'm leaning more towards the Sixers trading Jared McCain than keeping him. I'd be surprised if they keep him. I wouldn't be mad if they kept him, but I would be surprised. Because if you're keeping Jared McCain, You're saying, I want to see what life is like after Joel Embiid. Whether you like it or not, that's what it's going to be. But I'm leaning more towards they are using Jared McCain as an asset to get Lauri Markkanen, to get Brandon Ingram. I would be shocked if I see McCain and Maxey play together. I'd be shocked. But obviously, we don't know anything for certain yet, so we have to talk about both scenarios. Them playing together, what that will look like, and what it looks like for a potential trade. So let me know down below if you think that McCain should be traded or he should be kept and he has that superstar potential that you can pair up with a Tyrese Maxey. Let me know down below. Now, the elephant in the room. What's the elephant in the room, bro? The elephant in the room is Jared McCain's TikTok. It is. Now, I don't really care that much. Is it a little bit weird? Yeah, but look, everybody, teach his own. Teach his own. Teach his own. He's a grown man. He can do what he want to do. Here's my thing. And I'm so serious when I say this. Outside of the basketball court, if you're just talking about the team that he was drafted to and McCain's social media antics, Philly was the worst city he could be drafted to. Let's keep it a stack, bro. Let's keep it a stack. Let's just say Jared McCain goes 2 for 10 one day. The Sixers lose. And he's out here on TikTok. You know what I mean? That's not going to bode well in Philly. It's not. It's not. It's going to be bad. We killed Ben Simmons, and he wasn't making TikToks. No. I mean, you saw him occasionally, you know, with a picture with him and his cars, like a picture with him and a baddie. But, like, he wasn't heavy on social media, and he got crucified. Carson Wentz, he wasn't heavy on social media. He got crucified. So, the thing is, Jared McCain, if you stay in Philly and you continue doing what you do on social media, you have a huge social media following. I've been seeing your videos for years now, since you was in high school. You better perform. Because Philly is not the city to be playing with, bro. And you could be broken. This is a city that breaks athletes, unfortunately. And if you are if you are a Sixers fan, you know what I'm talking about. Any other team in the NBA, maybe Boston, it would be bad. But like any other team, it might not be as bad. Let's just say McCain was in Orlando. He was in Orlando and he's doing these TikToks. It's not that big of a deal, bro. They don't care about sports the way that Philly does. But if you in Philly, one of the best sports cities in all of America, and you doing TikToks and you're not performing well, man, oh man, it's going to be hell. It's going to be hell. Now, if he performs well, everybody's going to love him. Everybody's going to love him, though. So it's all on him. He's got to perform well. It's more pressure on him. And my last point is that Jared McCain, if he stays in Philly, there will be a lot of pressure on him to perform. It will. And it's a bunch of things into it. Because Sixers fans are really tired of how this Sixers team continues to fail in the postseason year in and year out. We're tired of it. And that built-up frustration might lead into being frustrated on a draft pick that maybe off the gate isn't performing to what our expectations are. It's not right, but that's the truth. It's not right, but that's the truth. I'm interested to see, because I said my last point. This is my last point. And let me pull up Joel Embiid's Twitter real quick, bro. Let me pull up some. Let me pull up Joel Embiid's Twitter. The last tweet Joel Embiid had was, did the Bucks give them the championship. When Joel Embiid was on TV, he was side-eyeing Paul George and trying to get him to come to Philly. Clearly, Joel Embiid sees what's happening in the NBA with teams in the East getting better, with the moves that they've made, it's the Knicks and Mickael Bridges and OG Anunoby. Even last year with the Bucks getting Damian Lillard. Obviously, the Celtics, they got Jrue Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, they got a chip. Joel Embiid is looking at the East and being like, if we don't get a star this season, this offseason, we're cooked. We're cooked. And him not saying anything since June 12th, and his last tweet was, did the Bucks give them the championship? Should be alarming to Sixers fans. Because at a certain point, Embiid has not been perfect. For sure. But at a certain point, it's like, how much can you take? How much can you take with an incompetent franchise and incompetent front office? And Daryl Morey, being known as a liar, when James Harden called him out, I believe hurt our free agency. Paul George is definitely talking to James Harden. James Harden is in his ear saying, you don't want to be in Philly. You don't want to be under Daryl Morey. He's a liar. He's a capper. Don't trust him. Earlier this year in February, Chris Paul said, yeah, I was told I wasn't going to be traded. Daryl Morey told me that to my face and then trades me to OKC. Patrick Beverley said the same thing. So you seeing this thing around the league with not just James Harden, but other NBA players calling Daryl Morey a liar. That's going to hurt our offseason. OG Anunoby, he didn't even think twice about leaving New York. He got that $40 million. Mickael Bridges, he don't want to go to Philly, the team that drafted him, then traded him on draft night. No. So, look, that's why I got to say, y'all, hope y'all like, comment, subscribe. It's going to be a whole lot of layers to this, but those are my thoughts. And ultimately, I think the Sixers will go ahead and trade Jared McCain for an asset to maximize this 2-3 year window with Joel Embiid. That's what it's going to be. And this is my absolute last point. And I'm going to get up for this. Regardless of who the Sixers acquire this offseason, I'm dead serious, bro. They could acquire Jesus. If Joel Embiid is not healthy in the postseason and Tyrese Maxey doesn't become a top 15 player in the NBA, we're not doing anything. It doesn't matter. People talk about we can get Kevin Durant, Paul George, Lauri Markkanen. Look, if Joel Embiid is not healthy in the postseason, we're not winning a championship. We're not getting to the finals. If Tyrese Maxey is not an all-NBA type caliber of player, we're not winning a championship. Both have to be true. I'll say it again. Joel Embiid, he has to be healthy in the postseason. Can we get that? We haven't had that. And Tyrese Maxey has to build off of what he did. Build off of what he did in the playoffs. And he was amazing. A top 15 player. That's what he played like. But if those things are not true, both of them, doesn't matter. We can get Jesus. We're not winning a championship. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz. With that being said, y'all, we're talking Miles Johnson, where you know I always keep it real. I'm out, y'all.